Alrighty, here we go. Another episode of Paid and Passion, where we let our passions work for us. Today we got a good homegirl. We go way back. We got Vanessa.
You're it. Hey y'all.
We go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us about you.
Hey y'all. My name is Vanessa. I am a personal and wardrobe stylist based in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm just excited to be here.
You know, we love that. We love that. We love that. So my first question would be, could you break that down for us? You know, you kind of said some things that some of us may not know, such as myself. So can you like break us down, just tell us, either a day, like a day in your life, or a little summary.
So a breakdown of my job title. So a stylist, personal and wardrobe stylist, is someone that just brings the style to a client. Like we just kind of alleviate the process of you having to worry about what you have to wear and how to put things on. Like we take care of that. We make sure everything's tailored to the client specifically. So it's more of uh, I would say just someone to help make sure that you don't have to worry about that. Like the clothes are taken care of. Like
Okay.
everything else is pretty much up to you and how you figure that out. But we got the clothes.
Okay.
And a day to day. So I think my role right now is pretty unique. I am freelance, but I also
Second
work.
freelance. Okay. Second freelancer. It's interesting.
We got a lot of freelance creatives. I mean, we got to get to the money.
Yeah.
But I work in a showroom, so that consists of me just. It consists of me helping clients that come in. So a showroom is just a place where stylists come to rent clothes,
Mhm.
and so that consists of me helping clients like get dressed and find perfect pieces and things like that. So just putting an outfit together. So
Mhm.
basically styling, but being able to have consistent clientele.
Okay. Okay. Makes sense. How did you get into this?
Styling.
Yeah. Or like fashion, or just this
Ooh,
this industry, this world. That's a whole different world. So this little
it is
world.
a whole different world, and I think I've just kind of always just. I think everybody, like when you really think about it, everybody pretty much loves fashion, it to some degree, like because your style is your style. Whether you love sweats or whether you love avant-garde pieces,
Yeah.
like it kind of is just where your niche is. But I think that over the years, like ever since probably like high school is probably where it really started. Like people were just kind of like, have you ever, have you ever, have you
Mhm.
ever? And I'm like, no, I haven't, no, I haven't,
Mhm.
no, I haven't. And so I was just kind of like, okay, let's just see what I can do with it. And I think my first styling opportunity was in high school.
Mhm.
I styled like um you know how like every like high school has like a young ladies like group,
Yeah.
like yeah,
Mhm.
like that teaches you how to be like
Yeah. A
a,
lady or
a
something.
lady.
Yeah. That's what they
Okay.
had like for men. They had like gentleman equality and
Yeah,
stuff
like
like
we
that.
had things
Yeah.
like, so it was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I forgot the name of it, but they threw a fashion show and they asked me to style, and I
Uh-huh.
was just like, okay, let's see what we can do. So it just consists of them, the ladies bringing their clothes from home, and we just sat there and just went through it. And I
Okay.
was like, okay, this is kind of fun. It's a little hard, but like everything
Okay.
is kind of
Okay.
hard. So it just started from there, and ever since there, I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
life has been lifing.
Yeah. One thing that I noticed that you said, and I was actually thinking about that on the right here, is just the fact of people seeing it in you before you even realize it. Because again, when you look at, like, when we were younger, we people who used to get in trouble a lot of times are like the talkative ones. But it's
Right.
just like, if you look at being talkative really is, it's nothing bad. You're just like more outspoken, and you at that point, everyone who became talkative became someone who was like
Exactly.
in a leadership position,
Exactly.
because they were more outspoken, or they become different careers, like a preacher, or just something that involves the gift of speaking, I
Right,
guess, like that.
exactly. And I feel like that's a gift. Like regardless, like I think my little bad trait when I was younger was she is, what is it? They used to put on my progress reports. She lacks self control. That was, boy, I'm
Uh-huh.
telling you, like it's like all the teachers got together and every year they were just like put this down on her progress report. But it was she lacks self control, and right now I think that's kind of what helps me, like because you got to get real creative, and it's
Mhm.
like you don't need to be controlled. Like you just
Yeah.
kind of have to just let your creativity speak for
Right.
itself
Right.
and show on my canvas are my clients, are
Mhm.
people. So my art is shown on people and how they wear different garments and pieces
Mhm.
like that. So
Okay. So, you just said something. You said, like your gift. You knew it was your gift. So, at what point did you realize like this is just more than a hobby, but this is like a talent. Like this is something that I don't just like doing, but I'm actually good at, and I want to master this craft. Like
um
a situation or like a moment that you just knew or
still waiting
something.
for that moment now.
Stop.
Nah,
Stop.
it's been a journey,
Yeah.
but I think obviously the turning point for me was it had to be junior year of undergrad. Junior year, senior year slash senior year. It was more of
COVID.
come on, COVID.
Okay. COVID sprouted some things.
Look, please, look. I would do without COVID, but that period, it helped
Yeah. Yeah.
for what
It
it
did
helped for.
for sure. It did.
But yeah, I think around that time, I was just kind of like, this got to be more to this life
Hmm.
thing. Like, I was just like,
Yeah.
okay, everything's just too regular and
Yeah.
traditional. Like
Yeah.
it's this to this, 1 + 1 = 2, and then I
Hmm.
know what's happening next. Like I'm
Right.
like, where's the excitement? And
Right.
before like, I don't know. Like I'm like, before I even get to a point where I could just really be excited about life, like I don't know. Why do I have to wait? Like let's make it
Yeah.
exciting right
Yeah.
now. Like
Okay.
so, I think Okim did it to me though. I will
Oh
say.
yeah.
No
Okim
cap.
do it to Okim did it to
I don't-
Okim did me the worst way. I'm not even gonna lie.
Okim, please
Okim told me whatever I was trying to do, I'm not
scrap
doing it.
it.
You need to come up with your new plan A. I don't got plan B's. You need a
Right.
new plan A.
Yeah, it ain't no plan. Right. The plan A needs to
Okay.
be scratched.
So before you came to this realization, what were you doing before that? As in like school wise?
So I was a. Now I think about it, I never changed my major. Okay, so I was a biochemistry
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm.
I
Okay.
hate to say my thing, and molecular biology major,
Oh,
and
you was
that's
supposed to be doctor.
the boss. Look, I'm not gonna lie, but
Mhm.
nah, that's what I ended up getting my degree in,
Okay.
and
Okay. Yeah. Got the education.
education.
UJ alum. I'm
Couldn't do it
sorry.
without it.
I'm gonna have to do some non UJ alums, but it's just like people don't understand. Like when I say like I brag on UG, I didn't mean to interrupt.
It's
Like,
okay.
but when I say like I brag on
Anything you we
UGA,
can talk about.
it's just like there's just so many great people that came out of UGA.
Facts.
Like there's just so many people who do so many different things. It's just like it's impossible. If I just did straight UGA, like I'm
You'll
still
be covered.
straight.
I'm
Like I'm
not gonna
still
lie.
covered. Like everything covered. But again, of course, I mean I still love everybody. So I
You
still
gotta show
gotta spread
everybody else
out.
some love.
I gotta spread everybody some love. But go dogs. Woof 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 woof.
I'm like, we can talk about UJ all day. Honestly, we can
We
scrap
can't
this
we
right
can't
now.
talk about UJ. We can talk about them chemistry classes.
Okay.
So what point and you said your whole major, biochemistry with the micro, huh?
Yeah, huh?
Okay.
Huh is correct.
Etc.
Etc.
degree.
For real.
So at what point did you say, all right, I don't want to go into this? Because obviously that is something that you have to be like well invested to in order to really kind of get that degree. So at what point did you say, all right, I don't even want to put the amount of effort that I already put
Right.
into this. Let me transition into this.
Well, I'm a prayer. Like I'm very faith filled. So around that period, I was
Hmm.
just kind of like, okay, God, show me something. Like
Hmm.
really, like I'm on track. I got it's application season. Like, am I
Yeah.
putting applications out or am I not? Like, let
Hmm.
me know something. I think I really self sabotage myself. Like when it was time for like applications to go out, I was just like, oh, I don't see it. Like I don't know what,
Yeah.
I don't know who. Like I'm sending what, and I would just literally ignore it because I just kind of felt like, and when you do things like that, like self sabotage, you know where your heart truly
Yeah.
lies. So I was
Yeah.
just kind of like, okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm relating to this.
Exactly. So I'm like, I'm over here self sabotaging, but who was forcing me to do this? Like
Right. Yeah.
my parents, I'm lucky enough, like I am of Nigerian descent. Okay,
Mhm.
yeah, and
You already know what we do. But
so
I'm
yeah,
not gonna
we're
go.
very traditional, but I'm lucky enough to have parents that are kind of they understand me, like they trust me.
Mhm.
They've always trusted me. They know
Mhm.
that I've always been the one to get the grades, to get to be on top of things, to be responsible.
Right.
So in this, I just had to be like, y'all trusting me this far,
Yeah.
trust me again. Like just
Yeah.
let's see how far we could take it. And
Right.
so it's just been going.
See,
Otila.
okay. See, the thing about that too, something that you like, I just heard that you said that I like. was different characteristics that you knew that you had, and that what people saw in you. So it's like they knew you were responsible, and you also knew in yourself that you're responsible, and that didn't just start out of nowhere.
Right.
You had to have showed out that you were responsible in different scenarios, different situations to be like, all right,
Right.
I'm a responsible individual. And
And
that's
luckily it shined bright
right.
because
And it transfers now into, back into your styling. Like you have to be you're literally responsible not only for yourself, your own brand, but for the brand of someone else, literally
right.
but based on what they're wearing to a show or to some
It's
event.
stressful.
Yeah.
I will say though that I have learned that okay, even though following your passion is what you want to do and your heart is just yearning for it, but
Mhm.
it's still hard.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I think some of the things I go through on a daily
Mhm.
may be harder than that. Okay, I'm
Okay.
not gonna lie,
Wow.
like I
That's
was sitting
saying
there
a lot.
stressing, but then you have to understand how your response to it. So like you're taking, as for me, I'm gonna speak on me. I'm taking OChem and I'm like my head is hurting. I'm just really just stressed and I hate it and whatever. I still got to get through it or whatever because I got to get my degree.
Right.
But as opposed to me now stressing, I'm just like I'm still enjoying it. Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
still fun.
It's like a good stress.
Yeah, it's
I
like
guess. Like
like just people that enjoy pain. Like
yeah.
it's kind of like that. It's just like
Good
man,
little
pinch me again.
energy rush. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what has been one of your favorite moments doing this? What's like a main highlight that you just have in your
Ooh,
head?
hopefully this weekend is a main
Okay.
highlight.
What's
But
what's going on this weekend?
nah,
Okay.
okay,
Okay.
not to be
Okay.
like okay,
Okay. Okay.
I can say
Not
it.
to.
Nah. This weekend I'm gonna be in LA.
Okay.
It's Grammys weekend, so we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
I'm excited for that.
Okay.
But so far, things that have happened, I think very memorable moment was the VMAs. That
Mhm.
was 2021, and that I think it was really memorable for me because it was kind of like a okay from God,
Mhm.
like a push, like okay, you're going in the right direction type
Mhm.
of thing. Because it was literally like a few months after I graduated, so
Mhm.
I was just kind of like just enjoying life at
Yeah.
home, back in Metro Atlanta, just kind of doing my thing, like
Mhm.
just having fun, and just like okay, it's about to get cold, so
Yeah.
what's about to happen, and life was just kind of like doing its own thing. So I kind of got that opportunity, and I was really excited for that. And
Okay.
I think that was my first. My first awards show or
Mhm.
whatever. So
Okay. That's good.
I think that was a big one for that to be my first. It was just great, and that was in New York. I was just like, man, this is so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
And so that was a big moment. But I think personally, I think that's a big goal for everyone. But personally, like a big moment for me is just kind of on a day to day, like with my everyday clients, just kind of seeing like how happy people get for like their birthdays or like
Mhm.
their weddings or things like that, like engagement shoots or pregnancy like different things like that. Like
Mhm.
actually being able to like gain connections with people and
Mhm.
just kind of being in their lives, like seeing how things happen. Like
Mhm.
it's like you're gonna keep these pictures forever. Like you're gonna
Right.
have these memories forever. And what you're wearing is a big part of that memory, and
Right.
I have a part to be in that. So I think every day, like things like that, really like
Yeah.
feed
Seems
me.
so purposeful.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it just
Yeah.
feeds me.
No, I understand that though. Okay. It's like when you feel like your purpose is being used, is just like used in a good way, of
Right.
course. It's just like I'm not just surviving out here, like I'm living now,
Exactly.
like I'm living a life,
Being very intentional with
the
every
life
day.
I'm supposed to be living, like,
Exactly.
and you happy doing it,
And that is, yeah, very
So,
happy.
okay, how would you compare some of like either the struggles or the limitations that you had beginning versus some of the areas of improvement or just like lessons compared to now?
Um, like first starting out, I think one of the biggest things that I had to learn is to be able to learn, like to
Hmm.
be open to learning.
Hmm.
Because I think initially when I first got into styling, it was more like, everybody's in my ear, like, you should try this, you should try this, you should try this. I'm like, okay, y'all, I'm gonna try it. And it's more about like actually being able to be fashionable and more about, less about being fashionable and more about um, just being and organized. Like it's
Hmm.
and that was a thing for me. Like I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to learn like to
Yeah.
to be on time to take this because you're really dealing with people's lives. Like,
Hmm.
and so that was a big thing for me. And just being able to learn. Like I think that I have always been kind of a perfectionist, and
Hmm.
so if if I'm talking to like somebody, I'm like, you like this outfit, and they're like, no. I'm like, who asked you? Like, I'm like, you would think as a style, like that's a profession. Like, so you think as a professional, like this is how you do things, but this industry is not the type of thing that is like very 1+1 and like it has a clear answer. Like anything could be the answer. So it's more like being able to work with others, being able to learn different things, like not always thinking that even though you think this looks nice, like
Hmm.
you have to be open to criticism and things
Hmm.
like that. So that was a big thing for me. It's still a big thing. Like I
Hmm.
just kind of I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't hear this right now. Like this is what it needs to be. But
Yeah.
just being flexible is a big thing for me,
Okay.
or a big takeaway.
Can you kind of tell us? Because of course, again, since you're selling different people, you're meeting different people, you're interacting with people, you're actually getting to know different people. Can you tell us how like that networking experience has been for you?
Um, I think it's been pretty good. I think that I am a very interesting individual in the sense that I kind of just don't get scared to like
Mhm.
meet people or like reach out or like take chances. So like if I know somebody's about to be in town, somebody that like really love like their work and they're about to be in town, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm hitting them up like, hey, can we do lunch? Like, can we like? I'm not scared to walk up to
Mhm.
people. So that's never been a thing for me, but I think it's also easier in my day to day role as a stylist working in the showroom.
Mhm.
People come to us,
Right.
so like we have a lot of celebrity clientele. We have a lot of just the everyday people like that type of clientele come in. So they just being authentic like kind of draws people to you. Like they don't really look at it as a oh this person's trying to be like high and mighty. They just are like everybody is very humility. It's a humility thing. Like everybody
Mhm.
is just being humble. Like they're just kind of like at
Mhm.
the end of the day we just need an end product. Like I need an outfit, you have the outfits.
Mhm.
Let's work together as a team. So,
Mhm.
and that way we just build connections and build relationships. So, and building clientele has been kind of okay in
Mhm.
that sense. Like it's just been a gradual thing.
Mhm. So when you guys have your clients, is it like one stylist per client, or is it multiple stylists per client, or?
It's kind of like a free for all.
Mhm.
Like it's just whoever is available at that moment. But at the
Mhm.
same time, we all in the showroom kind of have our own. It's only a small team of us, by the way, but
Mhm.
we all kind of have our different styles and how
Right.
we like look at things at eyes. So if somebody's like, I need some an editorial look for a magazine, and I need it to be like ridiculous. Like I just need wings coming out my back and flames on
Mhm.
my head. There's people for that.
Mhm.
I wouldn't say I'm that type of person. We can make it work, but I know that there's somebody else that could better serve you.
Mhm.
But that's pretty much how that works with clients. Like we just kind of work it out that way, and we work as a team as well.
Mhm.
So I mean, it's not like you're out here by yourself, just
Mhm.
high and dry.
Right.
There's people there to help you and
Right.
lend a hand.
How's it working with other stylists that aren't, you know, say have the same specific style as you?
Right. I think this goes back to me learning. So like, I think it's very important to kind of be open because
Mhm.
even though your style is your style, like you never know like what you're missing out on.
Right.
So working with other stylists, always open to it. Like
Mhm.
I always want to see like the person that's doing the flames and the
Right.
things like that because it's like I may not go as hard as you're doing right now, but I would take something from that. I might
Right.
put a flame and then we keep it
Yeah.
real calm
Yeah.
at the bottom.
You
Like
learn something out
yeah,
of it.
exactly.
Right.
To
Yeah.
always take something.
Right. And that's our main thing. Like we can have like our gifts and everything that we have, but there's always room for growth and to expand what we can do, expand our audience, expand the joy that we're getting from this and the joy that we're helping more people with. You know, some people might
Exactly.
have like a combined style with the wild, but more your style, and you're the only person who can
Right.
know what that really looks like for you.
Exactly.
Not too much, but I still want to pop or whatever, you know.
Exactly.
Okay, okay, okay.
It works well.
What would be some advice that you would give to a, you know, someone interested in styling or just working in this industry?
I would say ignore that voice in your head is telling you not to do something like that. Anxiety, like just ignore that completely. Like just do it.
Mhm.
If you are a prayer, if you are a prayer, if you're a God type of person, please just pray. Like I from what you say?
I said you should be.
Oh no, but it is what it is. You got to believe in something, but just pray, just have the faith. Like, and if you say you have the faith, really have the
Right.
faith. I feel like a thing that we kind of as faith-filled people kind of forget is that like we'll say we have faith in something like I have faith, I know it's gonna work out,
Right.
but you really don't. Like
And then worry about it
you're still
5 minutes
worrying about it. You're
later.
still
Yeah.
anxious.
Yeah.
Like you really have to literally sit there and kind of be like, you know what? I say I have faith, so let me have faith for real.
Right.
Unwavering faith,
Right.
blind faith. Like you just gotta trust it.
Mhm.
And so that's something I would say. And then more worldly, practical things, I would just say, just throw yourself out there. Like, if you're just aspiring to just get in fashion, period, it doesn't even have to be styling. There's a lot of things that you can get into.
Mhm.
I would say take that trip. Like send those emails, send those DMs. Like be real professional about it. Like just be very intentional about what you want to do. Like it it's gonna work out the way
Mhm.
it should, regardless. If
Right.
that's where your heart truly lies.
Right.
And if not, you know what you want
Right.
to do,
And
what
you're
you
gonna
need
you're
to
gonna
do.
figure it out
Exactly.
I feel like you also have to be looking for it.
Exactly.
I see issues where it's like people say, I don't know my passion or I don't know what I'm
Right.
good at. And again, I didn't realize what mine really was till I was like 22 years old, like
It's
fairly
never
new
too
figuring
late.
that out. But at the same time, I'm looking, like I'm searching for it. If you don't really search for it,
Exactly.
like you can't just know that you're good at basketball if you never shoot a basketball.
Exactly.
Like you could have been the greatest
That's
basketball player
true.
ever, but you just never picked up a basketball to shoot or to develop what you kind of had before. Like you serious about it? Work hard. 'Cause like you said, it's hard. It's gonna be hard. Everything gonna be hard starting out if it's worthwhile, but you gotta get to it. You want it for real. Grind, 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 grind. Don't stop grinding. Like you just gotta keep doing it. And
That's a fact. That's another thing I would say is to not be closed minded, like, and in your bubble. Like okay, so we grew up in Clayton County.
right.
Like I would always advise people, like do not stay in your neighborhood. Like
Mhm.
go out there, try new things. When I go out to eat with my friends and they're like, I'm a picky eater, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna eat that. Eat it. Like
Yeah.
just try it. Like you have to do things. And so that goes back to if you never picked up a basketball, how would you know?
Right.
So just try new things. Like I was having a conversation with a friend recently where we're just like, okay, we're really adults right now. Like we have to be very intentional about the things we want to do in our adulthood. Like
Right.
so over the summer, one of my close friends, we went and took swim classes. Like you
Mhm.
know, imagine
Yeah.
I could be
Yeah.
Michael Phelps. Like I never would
No,
have known
no,
if I would have
literally,
never like
literally.
just did like you
Yeah.
really have to just do things. Like, I got friends that do yoga. I don't like yoga. That's not my thing, but at least I tried it. Like it's just you always have to just do things just to see like, you know what, I really like that. So how
Right.
can I do this and this little piece of this and put it with this to make
Mhm.
something like it?
Right.
It's just always the
It's-
world is our oyster.
It literally is. It's like those basketball players who start playing basketball like at 18 and end up in the NBA.
I'm telling you.
And it's like the NBA is 1% of the world. There's like a specific,
Right.
like there's a
Exactly.
finite number that can be in the NBA. It's not like fluctuates. It's like 15
And it
players
was
per
and they
team.
fit in that.
Yeah, and
You
that's
never
it.
know what could be for you. Like
And 18 years old, they just pick up a basketball, start playing basketball,
Let me
and
see what this
there's
dude-
some scouts out there like,
did you see him?
yeah, let's get you to the NBA. And if he never did that, again, he would just be wherever he was at doing
Right.
some other thing that he probably would not have enjoyed as much.
Exactly.
So
you
you
just
really gotta
gotta
look for
try
it.
your
Yeah.
luck
Okay.
and just do things.
Mhm.
Just do. That's the word. Just
Mhm.
do.
Do
Do.
it. Like, just do it. All right. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Let's see. You know,
I'm having
Well,
fun.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like this interview. I'm trying to see if I got an actual
Whole time I'm like, got a flight.
new question. Yeah, no, my bad. Let's see. What are your goals for the next
Ooh, great.
next year to 5?
Ooh, my goals for the next year to 5 would be, I don't know. I just want to be successful in not my career. Like I never put too much pressure on like things that I'm doing. Like I kind of just want to be successful in making sure that I was able to achieve happiness and just
Right.
bliss. Like
Yeah.
however that comes. Like I don't want to be like, yeah, you know what, styling is what I'm going to be doing to the end of my. No, it's never
Mm-mm.
going to be that. It's
Right.
more of I'm just taking every opportunity as it presents itself. Like I meet people every day that kind of just open my outlook on life. I'm like,
Yeah.
I would never thought to do that. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. Like,
Yeah.
I might try that next year.
That's one of the joys in just meeting new people, like
Exactly.
different experiences, different perspectives on life. You just learn so much. Okay.
So I guess my goal is just to be happy in whatever I'm doing.
That's good.
Just enjoying life with
Okay.
how it
Okay.
presents itself.
Okay. What do you think about this interview so far?
I'm enjoying it. I
Okay.
think that you are doing a great job in exposing different opportunities and careers that like people just don't
Yeah.
even know how do you Google how to be a
Right.
stylist? You
Like
can't. Like
literally.
how do you
Yeah.
Google how to be a film director? You can't. Like
Right.
just things like that. I'm just like, okay, I love it.
You're right.
It's just a certain some people it's hard to ask for advice and ask questions
Mhm.
like so I love this platform and it being just a
Thank you.
resource for you fake humble. Thank you.
No, I'm for real. I'm for real. 'Cause that's what I think about. I would like, cause that's how this really came up. Which I'm gonna eventually have my introduction video, but it's just like I want it to be and not wanted to. Like, if there's a consultant out there, I'm willing. But yeah, I wanted to do healthcare consulting coming out of college, and I'm just like, how do I even find out what this is? Like,
Right.
I'm Googling it, and literally every description is just something so bland. I'm just like, do I want to do this? Do I not
Exactly.
want to do this? And just through my own experience, I was like, I can't imagine how many other people are thinking the same thing. How do I do
Exactly.
something? And how do I know if I like it or not?
Exactly.
But at the same time, there's people who you might know who are doing these things, but they're also developing and learning and figuring out what they're even doing themselves. So they're not really able to mentor you or give you the actual advice that you would want or
Right.
like that you're looking for. So that's I'm able to get into these, we're not deep into what you're doing, and like that can be like hours and hours of talking.
Right. Exactly.
But you're definitely getting more out of this video than something that you can Google and be like, all
Right.
right,
You
what
can
is a
watch this
stylist
over and
do?
over
Yeah,
again.
and be
See
like,
my pretty
you,
face. I'm sorry.
True.
Okay, you play it. No, but no, I feel it.
Yeah,
'Cause
like
I love things like
yeah,
this.
like you can actually learn something from this and be like, dang, I never knew that. So my whole thing now is I'm just trying to really hit my audience. 'Cause my audience is really, I have a specific audience, but the audience can really be anybody. Like, you're never too young to figure it out. Like, Jay-Z started rapping at what, 29? Like, he ain't, I don't know if, y'all might have to fact check me on that one. But,
I can't even
like, you're never too young to, like,
Yeah.
tap into what you're supposed to do. So, these videos can get to anybody. But,
Exactly.
that's my main thing. You got any advice for me?
For you?
Yeah. I'm open. I'm open to. I'm always open for critique. Like,
Do I have any advice for you? What would I even advise you on? I'm like, do you have any advice for me? I need some advice.
keep being you. Like, keep being you. I already, we go way back, like middle school.
Right.
So I've seen the development and the growth.
Right.
I was like, I'm proud of Vanessa.
Okay, so I can give you the same advice. Thank you, by the way, for being proud of me. No, but I can give you the same advice. I say
Yeah.
keep being you because I'm like, regardless, like we just had this combo, but this is really very useful. Like this is a huge resource. I know for me, like before I even started doing this, I would Google so many things. I would stalk certain people. Like I would literally be like, oh my gosh, how did they get into this? Like how can I do this? Like what? Like blah, 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 whatever. Like and this is a free resource. So I'm like, please keep being this resource for people that
I'm gonna have to. Yeah.
that need
I
the
like
help
it.
but don't know how to get it.
I like doing this. Like, I just like learning different stuff and talking. And again, I was always talking.
And
to
you're
you, so-
good at this. Like this
Yeah.
is like the perfect thing for
Yeah.
you. Like you just have always been that person, the people's person. Like
Yeah.
you just get it.
Yeah.
Not yeah. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
No,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
No, but
problem.
yeah, like the thing is, I hear that though. Like, like I literally remember. I don't even want to say her name out, but I literally remember being either a freshman or a sophomore, and she called me to the side at Tate, and she was like, "Joshua,
What's Tate?
Time at UGA.
Oh, what's Tate Time?
Tate Time. Oh, Tate Time. This is where we have our Black community meet up in the center of Tate. Just to socialize, network, like I'm doing now. A lot of people that I'm interviewing are people that I met through Tate Time. It's a great network and it's a great friendship. Like I actually got people that I will know for the rest of my life. So
right, period. But going back to what you were saying, she pulled you aside at Tate Time.
She was at Tate Time. She's like, Joshua, I just want you to be mindful about the amount of people who watch what you do.
Period. Superstar.
And literally, ever since she said that, I was like,
influencer.
Even if I don't want people to like do what I do, they're just like acknowledgeable. Like you're just gonna see what I'm doing. So at this point, I'm
hard
like,
to miss.
Yeah, like that's Josh. So it's just like at this point, I just gotta use my platform for good.
And that's the thing that just goes back to what we were saying earlier. Like after people have told you, a certain amount of times, how many times is it gonna stick in your head? Like, I just gotta use my gift, child. They begging.
Yeah, like they see something I don't see. So let me go ahead and look for it. Okay,
but it's a fact. Like, and you see it. Like, we literally are just giving examples of what we've said, and proving it to be true.
You just gotta realize, like, when you realize, you're gonna be like, it's been in my face this whole time.
Right.
It's been in my face. It's
but
literally.
Keep saying this. Okay.
All right. So I don't know if you're too familiar with what I do at the end of episodes, but I got me a little, the final question.
Okay.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Okay, I don't know if you heard me the first time.
I'm saying though, like,
how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? You gotta, and then you gotta carry 2 over, and then you bring that down, All right, so a woodchuck chuck with a woodchuck chuck with a woodchuck could chuck wood.
I'm saying, so I was supposed to say that?
Well, that was actually the wrong answer.
Oh, what was the answer?
The right answer is a woodchuck would chuck as much wood as a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
That sounds longer than what you just said, so I was supposed to say that.
Yeah.
Oh, I was never gonna say that. See, that's where we're at odds.
But that's what I was saying. Like that was the answer that you were supposed to put.
But I'm saying like I would have never said that, and I'm still never going to say that.
No, but I'm just saying like if you said that, you already got the answer right.
I think I'm very happy in getting the answer wrong.
But the question was, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck?
No, I heard the question.
Okay.
I just don't have an answer for you.
No, the answer is a woodchuck.
And I heard the answer. Okay, thank you.
All right. So thank you guys for tuning in to Pain and Passion. Let your passion work for you.